All right, so it being a little later than the appointed time, we'll go ahead and open the committee hearing for the Senate Ways and Means Committee, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Donovan, would you mind leading this?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we're here to talk about House Bill 451. I'd entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
It's been moved by Senator Donovan, seconded by Senator Rebecca Perkins-Coie to move into executive session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Ayes have it. We are now in executive session. We're going to be talking about House Bill 451. And to start this off, I'm just going to make a motion of ought to pass.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. It's now open for discussion on House Bill. I'll just give a quick summary. As you remember, this bill came over from the House with bipartisan support. The chair over, Judy Aaron, Representative Aaron, supported the bill. Those signing in support were 46. Those signing in opposition were 2. 2 people were neutral on the bill. So, conversation. Senator Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I continue to vote no on the bill. I do not see a way to avoid having any additional costs passed on to the end consumer who may or not be actually incurring any cost. If the paint is all used, there should be no cost to the consumer. And I think this is an overreach and really amounts to a paint tax. So I'm going to be a no on the bill.
Further discussion.
Yeah, I'm reiterating what I said when we first heard the bill, and also, it was pitched to us that this could be a great event for hardware stores or anyone that collects the paints, and then we're picking winners and losers because not all the stores can afford to have those that space taken up with cans or have those kinds of events. So that'll be a no.
Okay. Further discussion.
No, and I understand. I hear my colleagues. I think we had a pretty robust conversation about this last time. I am going to be a yes, though. I think, this is a bipartisan bill with little to no financial impact on the state. And if I'm reading this right, it's an opt-in program, it looks like, as well. And it's been adopted in other states. It's voluntary. It's supported by a lot of good folks, BIA, Waste Management, Municipal Association. I really think it supports our state's solid waste management goals as well.
Rebecca, you want to comment?
And I'll just say, I think having programs like this just help our municipalities manage their solid waste costs, which helps keep our local taxes low.
So again, being the last one to speak, the most telling information I got was the average cost per town for a hazardous waste day, and the percentage of that waste that's paint. The average cost that was indicated in the public hearing is around $15,000 plus. For a hazardous waste day for a town to host one, to have people come in. And that over 50% of the waste was paint and paint cans. So the way I look at this is a tax avoidance bill. And it's changing it from a tax on everybody to a fee on the people that cause the problem, that have the paint. And that's the reason I'm going to support this, is that any town would be able to engage with the organization. And if they had a hazardous waste day, rather than have to deal with disposal of all that paint and paying a cost for that, because of this program, the company will show up and pick up that paint at no cost to the town, thereby reducing upwards of, just assume it's straight math, $15,000, you cut it in half the cost if more than 50% of the paint is the waste. And so even in the case where you have an empty can, there's still an issue of you're going to throw that into your dumpster, into your whatever your town uses for its collection bin, in the regular garbage, and you're paying tipping fees on it either way for all the cans that go in there. So again, this turns it from a tax on everybody to an individual user fee. If you buy paint, you're going to pay this. If you don't buy paint, you're not going to pay this. And to me, that's about as best as we can get in this state, and help, again, for these towns that want to take advantage of it. They will reduce their exposure to their local taxpayers by taking advantage of this program and cutting their hazardous waste days. We want hazardous waste disposed of in a proper fashion and not the old-fashioned way dumped in your backyard. So I think that this is a good move for the state of New Hampshire. It allows options, it allows towns, it allows businesses to do this. And again, puts the onus on the people who are using paint, not the people who are not using paint. So if I don't paint my house, I'm not paying this tax. If I paint my house, I'm paying this tax or fee. So
But again, you're taxing
Thank you
every,
for the honesty.
you're paying every, this tax on every can of paint you purchase, even if you're not recycling it. So it makes more sense to have a recycling fee for people that bring it there. And honestly, consumers are not going to bring empty cans for recycling. They're going to put them in the trash still. But also, will we start doing this for every single thing that we bring to the dump? Everything that is part of that hazardous waste day, will we be taxing every single thing that goes there? Because then we're just increasing. I know in Manchester, I went from paying lower taxes and having more services, especially when it came to the dump. Like we could put anything outside our house and they just took it, to now I pay way more. I have to pay for the barrels. Everything has to be in the barrel. I pay more outside of that. So I'm already like getting less services for more money. Right. And I think this is just another step in that, and it's going to lead to more taxes for more products down the road.
I'm not looking to get into a long debate here. I think we can save that for later. But the precedent we're setting here is there's a long, lengthy list of items that are collected at transfer stations that are classified as hazardous. And if we're going to apply this to paint, now we're going to be adding fees potentially on light bulbs. I mean, it's a very long list of items that we're opening this up to. And I have no problem with charging a fee to recycle things at the transfer station. To me, there is a problem with charging fees at the point of sale because, again, not everybody is going to be, if the entire bucket of paint ends up on the wall, there shouldn't be a charge for that, to me. So,
Great.
with respect, thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, motion on the table is ought to pass. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
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 3-2, the motion passes. Is there anything else that come under executive session? Seeing none, entertain a motion to come out of executive. I'll take it up.
Second.
So it's been moved to come out of executive session, seconded by Senator Fenton, seconded by Senator Perkins Quokka. All those in favor of coming out of executive session signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. We're out of executive session. The business of the day being done, we are adjourned.
All right. If I don't see y'all, have a Merry Christmas.